What is Bork pork?
I don't know. Dogs say Bork, and he likes pork, and so he's a Bork pork sometimes.
Is he Canadian?
He might be.
Bork pork?
He was adopted, so we're not sure.
We don't know his country of origin. Bork pork. It sounds like Mork. Mork and Mindy.
Oh, yeah.
Mork and Mindy.
I loved that show.
Me too. Nanu.
Aw, Robin.
I know. You know what? What was it that I saw or thought of recently was What Dreams May Come.
Oh my God.
Such a good movie.
That movie just, it's so good, but it like hurts my soul every time I watch it.
It does. Indeed. It is a sad one.
Well, here's to you, Robin.
I'll crack my water. I have a whiskey, but I can't crack that, so I don't know what to do with it.
Do you even have enough whiskey in there?
No, it's mostly water.
Oh, do you want me to go grab you some more?
Nah, this is my third glass, so.
Surprisingly, this is my second beer of the night, which is crazy because it's almost 10 o'clock.
I was a little bit of a drunkard today, I guess. It was a day. It was a doozy of a day, so.
You would have every right.
I have every right.
You do.
To have my whiskey and water. Now, it was whiskey on the rocks, but now it's just whiskey and water. So, that's how I'm starting this day. And that's why I drink. Nope, wrong show. And that's how my day went all terribly wrong.
There we go. That can be a future segment.
I thought so. I was like, let's discuss how each of our weeks have gone terribly wrong.
Yes, I like that.
There's so many ways. Oh,
sorry.
There's one.
Gas.
Gas is always the reason why a day goes terribly wrong. Okay, so I don't have a Facebook, but I found a way to look at our page, and I saw the Wendy Williams.
Oh my gosh, dude! Yeah, I found that day. When did I post that? Like 2 days ago. Oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing.
It's so good.
If you guys haven't seen it, it's Wendy Williams on her show, and she like almost simultaneously burps and then farts, and it's just so good. And then she just kind of like keeps trucking.
I'm sorry, you all. I'm sorry. I mean, at least she apologized and didn't just like ignore that it happened. So
supposedly she's known for like being gassy.
Really?
Yeah, there's like other clips of her. Nothing as perfect as that one, but of her like burping and stuff.
I used to love her show. I don't know what happened. Like I guess I don't have the channels that provide that, but I used to love her show, and I feel bad for her, but also if anybody could recover from it, it's definitely Wendy Williams. Oh my God, her name is Wendy. Wendy Williams.
I don't understand.
She blows wind. Wendy Williams. It gives a new name.
Oh, that was okay.
Yeah, yep. New what is it? What am I thinking of? A new whatever.
I know what you mean. Yes, that thing.
A new thing for the thing.
It's still, words are still hard. It's 2021.
Still hard. Welcome to It's All Gone Terribly Wrong, a podcast of absurdities, oddities, and obscenities. Ayo. That was a little sharp. Sorry. We're working on our mic setup. But are you going to post a picture of our new digs? Our new setup?
Yes, Rebecca Carlson. I am.
Thank you, Jordan Stock.
You're welcome.
We forgot to say who the hell we are. Not that it matters.
Right.
Jesus.
We don't even know who we are most of the time, so.
I mean, not usually. Am I Wendy Williams?
You could be.
Who knows? Who knows? Who's to say?
Yeah. I mean, you can identify as whatever you want.
Oh, man. Don't get me started on what I identify as.
Right.
That sounded really derogatory, and I did not mean it that way. You can identify as whatever you want. I will accept you however you are. Come as you are. Come as you are. Nope. See,
I was waiting for it.
ADHD
the singing
medicine
it makes me happy.
Is not working today. I blame it on the alcohol, but I did get a increased prescription dose today, so look forward to that, folks. That's all I can say. All right. So
if nothing else, this podcast is now documenting Rebecca's mental health
breakdown or escalation. It's the roller coaster and just in general. Are the meds working today?
Is they? Okay.
So I'm going to officially apologize for this episode up front. Okay, so
that's good.
I know. That's a good sign. So, okay, I just have to admit that we were setting up the new studio and that's where we were starting with this conversation. But I decided it would be a good idea to start drinking at that point because it was a doozy of a day. So I apologize. It's been a while since I've been this intoxicated on the program before. I think. So,
oh man, the tables have turned then because I think this is the most sober.
It really is a Bizarro World episode. It is so topsy-turvy here, but I hope you enjoy.
Yes.
So look for those pictures because I swear to God, you guys, when we get our YouTube channel up and running again, it is going to be beautiful.
The room is looking fucking awesome.
It looks like a real studio.
It does.
Like I can't even believe it.
We're adults. We're grown-ups now.
We literally grew up. We glowed up.
We glowed up.
You haven't heard that? I know something
like
you don't.
I have. I think you know a lot of things.
No. This is like a modern, like a social media kind of like a.
I feel like I've heard it, but remind me.
Glowed up is when like you grow up and you become more beautiful. It's kind of like the ugly duckling swan thing.
I get it. Okay.
So people say when people do that, they glowed up.
Okay.
So we as a podcast have glowed up.
Yes.
We glowed up.
I concur.
I was trying to connect glowed up with blow up and gas and Wendy Williams. My brain's not functioning. It's at like standby mode.
Yeah.
50%.
Okay. We can work with that.
It's only working on 50%. So next week I'll have a good zinger for you. Not this week. But I'll tell you what I did do this week.
What'd you do?
I watched the Cecil Hotel.
Yay. I was literally just thinking about that.
What is it called? A crime story or something like that? It's a series. It's a new documentary series that I think this first season is going to be on the Cecil Hotel, but future seasons will highlight other crimes, right? Mm-hmm. So one fact that I had no clue is that Ron Howard was an executive producer.
Yeah, dude. I didn't know that either until
literally the last episode, right?
Yes.
Maybe he's not even mentioned until the last episode.
Maybe. Yeah, because
it's like during the flashing of the credits and I was like, wait, Ron Howard?
Yeah, that I'm glad you noticed that as well. That caught me off guard. That's kind of cool though.
Yeah, no, he's great. And so that makes sense.
Yeah, they did a good job. And I kind of feel like an asshole because last week I was like, oh, they focused on like conspiracy theories and stuff. But I didn't realize I hadn't fucking finished
it, right? The last episode?
The way they wrapped it up was so good.
The metal guy.
Dude, I felt so
bad. I want to write that man and say, I apologize. I had nothing to do with your condemnation or condemnation? Condemnation.
I just think of like a whole nation just throwing condoms.
I have nothing to do with his persecution.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for him and I owe him an apology.
If you guys haven't watched it yet, if you're okay with spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoiler.
I'm sorry, spoiler. There's a guy that they so there's all these internet sleuths and they just for whatever reason, I think mainly because they just wanted to find someone to pin it on.
Yeah.
They accused this guy.
I think his name is Mayhem.
No, it was something like that. Mayhem's a band.
Oh, just saying.
I don't know, but he was like a metal guy, and so they like put that into it. It made it all like, oh, is this crazy dude that likes death and blah blah blah. And I was like, this guy's like a fucking teddy bear, I'm sure.
Right.
And so they gave him so much grief online for it, and basically like to the point where he didn't feel like he could write music anymore because that's what made people decide that he was a bad person in the first place.
Right.
And it was just so fucking sad. But anyways, they interviewed him, which I think was good for him too, because it was probably like
cathartic.
Exactly. So I don't know. I hope in the long run, at least some people apologize to him, because they kind of
God, I wanted
destroyed his life.
They ruined
they blew
his
up
life.
all of his social media. Like his Facebook account got canceled.
Google
closed. His email.
Gmail account. Yeah.
Like, what
Crazy.
the fuck?
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's the cancel culture you're talking about.
Yeah, it's awful. And it was all because...
And it was for nothing.
He was at the Cecil Hotel a year
prior.
And people just wanted to make connections and were like, oh, well, this music video is about something happening to this chick. And so he
And it was
must
called
have done
China.
it. Yeah.
And she happened to be Chinese. It's like, okay. So he had a shirt that was made in China. He must have done it. He must have done it. Like, it's ridiculous how the connections they made. And the one that brings me to the other point that I was thinking, some of these people that they interviewed, that they were like the internet sleuths.
Yeah.
Fuck those people. Like that one guy, the soft spoken guy that I wanted him, at first I wanted him to like read me books to fall asleep, but fuck that guy. He got all like fake teary and was like, oh, I paid somebody to go to her grave and put their hand on it.
Oh, that guy was annoying.
What a creeper.
That's fucking weird.
I hate these people that like had nothing to do with her and
They
just
made it their lives.
ruined a fucking person's life.
Yeah.
Based on their sleuthing.
Yeah.
And then now they're like making money and getting fame or some sort of recognition off of this death.
Poor guy.
And,
and
this
the
poor
death.
guy.
Yeah. No, it's shitty how that happens.
I
do have to say there's one. God damn it. I meant to make a note of this. There's one clip. I feel like they didn't actually interview him, maybe. I think they just pulled clips of his YouTube channel, but I actually really like him. And he wasn't like super, super into it. He just like covered it and was like, well, this is fucking weird. And then he actually came back on his channel and was like, okay, I apologize. Like, you know, I got too into this.
There was one that they had throughout who, like, at first I was like, okay, so he's really obsessed with this thing and he's making some crazy leaps. But at the like by the end of it, he was like, I acknowledge that I made some crazy leaps and, you know, I went back. He's the one that actually discovered that, you know, when she's putting in the punching in the numbers in the elevator, the man went to the hotel and looked at the elevator and was like, oh, the last button she pushes is the hold door key or the hold door button. So that's why the door doesn't shut throughout the entire time, because it's on like this 3-minute delay if you hit that button. So because she went down the middle and hit that button, that's the reason the door doesn't shut. So he was like, oh, well, I solved that mystery, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where it all kind of fell apart conspiracy wise for him. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I made a big leap. Do you hear Jafart?
Rebecca renamed my cat. His name is Jafar, but she calls him Jafart now.
Joffrey, Jafar, Jafart. I mean, he's just meowing up a storm over there.
He is. I feel bad. I let him out so he had free reign of the house, but
oh, that's not good enough.
That is not me farting, I promise. Yeah, I think I'm going to put him back in my room real quick.
All right. Well, I'm going to let it run.
Grab a beer.
And you can put in some fun music.
You want me to get you...
Yeah, give me a cider if you don't mind.
Cider?
Yeah.
Damn, these chairs need, like, there's felt things you put on the bottom so they're not as farty.
I can't ever keep...
God.
I know, that scared the fuck out of me, too. I can't ever keep the felt things on my chairs. For whatever reason, they slide off.
Oh, that's weird.
It is weird.
I don't think you're chairing right.
I don't chair right. I don't sock right.
You don't sock right?
Yeah, my socks never stay up. I don't know what it is. This is like, I asked my cousin and my sister when I was in Texas. I was like, okay, do you have a problem with socks?
This is like a big problem for you.
It's a huge problem. I'm looking for answers.
If anyone has any advice for Rebecca on, damn, I spiked, sorry, on how to keep her socks up, please let us know.
You know, I Googled it and it says that my shoes are too tight, which I don't think is accurate. I know.
I just love that you Google.
I Googled it. That's how desperate I am. Why do my socks keep falling keep falling down?
Do you think if you didn't shave your legs that the like hair would like help them stay up?
No, because my stepdad didn't shave his legs either, but like his socks were so tight that they rubbed all the hairs off. So I feel like, I don't know how that fits, but I feel like that's a thing.
Okay.
I stand by my statement. I have no idea how that fits, but somehow that's the answer.
All right. I'll take it.
Yep.
Oh, God.
So we were talking about Cecil Hotel.
Yeah, let's finish that up and then move forward. I'd made notes on that, but I think we pretty much covered all
Did you?
of it.
That's so funny. We both made notes on it.
Well, you told me you were going to watch it, and I'm glad you did because, again, like I felt bad that I didn't remember if I finished it or not and just like assumed
It's only 4
there
parts.
was a certain conclusion. Yeah. Well, I start watching things and I drink, and so progressively,
Right.
I don't remember the vast majority of the
to be honest, the episodes end as if that's the conclusion of the story. That's kind of how it wraps up. But there was one thing that I did notice. I don't know if it's me not paying attention or if I don't know if this is new evidence or new information, but it seemed to me that this documentary made it out like she didn't even know she was at the Cecil. And I feel like in the past I've heard rumors that she specifically wanted to stay at the Cecil Hotel. Like it was her intention to stay at the Cecil Hotel because of its history. But in the series, it makes it seem like she chose to stay at the Stay on Main. Like that's at the so you know how they rebranded? They rebranded as the Stay on Main, which was a hotel for travelers, aka a hostel.
Right.
And since she was on a budget and trying to stay at a bunch of different places, you know, along the West Coast, she specifically signed up with the Stay on Main and came in through that entrance because it's a separate entrance. And the only thing that the two organizations had in common at that time was the elevator. They shared an elevator.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty interesting because I feel like all the other podcasts / stories that I've heard about this is that she specifically wanted to stay at the Cecil. And this one made it seem like she had no clue that she was even at this infamous place.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't think she did. Yeah, Nuka.
So that changes stuff for me. That changes the whole perspective of it for me.
I thought one of the like crazy conspiracy theories was that there was a tuberculosis outbreak.
Oh, right.
And the test for TB is called Lamb Elisa.
Yes.
And I get why people would like think that's crazy, but the extent that they were like, oh, she was like a carrier from the government to come wipe out the homeless down there.
Yeah.
Like a population control thing.
I can see why that is a popular theory because one, she was at a very famous tuberculosis research school.
Yeah.
So she did go to school there. Two, it's not the first time the government has used a pathogen to eliminate lower class / unwanted individuals.
What else have they?
The Tuskegee experiment. They like gave a bunch of people syphilis and did not treat them correctly. Like that's a thing.
All right. I know what I'm covering next week.
Good, because I don't know the full extent of it.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it's the Tuskegee. I always get Philadelphia and Tuskegee experiments confused.
Philadelphia is
that's the boat. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Tuskegee is the one where they gave. I'm pretty sure it's syphilis. Mm-hmm. They treated all these people. They gave them syphilis and then treated them, but didn't treat them to study how the fucking virus, or is it a virus? Anyway, the disease progresses.
Yeah.
And it was, of course, areas of least resistance / lower I don't even know what you call it.
Lower
income areas. Yeah. Just people that they didn't deem as worthy of actually treating. So it's definitely not the first time. And that's just one incident.
Right.
If I hadn't been drinking so much.
Ones. Yeah.
So it's definitely not the first time that the government has used that tactic to get rid of, unwanted individuals. And then the fact that it's fucking named Lamb Elisa.
I know, that is weird.
Like, that's freaking creepy.
A bunch of like coincidences, but also, Jesus Christ. Okay. I might edit that out.
That was a good juicy one though.
But in most instances, if you want something to be a thing and for it to be a conspiracy, like, you're going to fucking find a reason to make it that way. But I do get in that one, like,
that's a little too close.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the thing that they say in science is correlation isn't causation. So just because you see a pattern that happens to align with another pattern doesn't mean that they mean anything, the same, that they're related at all. So that is true. But yeah, something creepy to think about.
Yeah.
And did you have any other notes on that?
Oh, no, that was No, that was it.
So the only thing that I had, and I thought it would be a good ending to that piece, is that the part where she's in the hotel room acting crazy and or in the hotel and in her room in general, the part where they had to move her to a separate room.
Because her roommates were complaining about her erratic behavior, yeah.
And the hotel manager was like, what are we going to do? Call the police? They're here every day. And they wouldn't have done a thing, It's like, well, that's not an excuse, So I Googled, I was like, okay, so if I saw somebody having a psychotic break.
Yes.
What would I do? What would I do? Because you want to help somebody. I felt really empathetic to her.
Yes.
Oh my God, I would have been the one to say, oh, Elisa, calm down, or how can I help you? Or
there's
just focus.
Obviously something going on.
Trust me, focus,
To the extent where she's leaving people notes.
Get out.
Yeah. Obviously there's more going on than just her.
She seemed so innocent and so kind of innocent, full of life and loving and kind of outgoing when she's in her right mind, but then outside of her right mind you don't know what somebody is capable of. So that's where I was going. It's okay, so if I saw somebody who I thought previously was just harmless having a psychotic break, what would I do? Because I obviously don't want to put myself in danger because I don't know what this person is capable of outside of their right mind. What would I do? What do you do? So I Googled it. I do everything. I Google the shit out of everything. What do you do? Well, the best advice that I had or that I found was to call 911. And so unfortunately, however you feel about that, if you see somebody who's not looking well, whether they're having a medical emergency or a psychotic, a mental health emergency, whatever you think might be happening that's not good, and you don't want to involve yourself physically, just call 911. Don't assume somebody else is going to do it. Just do it. That's a thing. There's been research on.
There's a name for it.
Bystander something or other.
I can't. There's a specific. God damn it!
And we might have even said it in previous episodes. So I feel
but it's talked about it. Everyone around you thinks that someone else is gonna act on it, and then no one ends up doing anything. Right.
So I just encourage everybody to. I don't care if you think somebody else is gonna do it. Just do it. If it's a car accident, if it's a medical emergency, if it's a psychotic break, it's not gonna hurt. They're just gonna be thank you, we're aware. And then you're cool, I did my thing. I did my deed.
Absolutely.
So just please see, if you see something, say something.
Yes.
Not in a negative way, but don't assume somebody else is going to take that
responsibility. Yeah.
So that's the only thing I wanted to say.
I think that's awesome. I'm glad you said that because I agree 100% with that.
100%. Yes. All right. Well, that's all I got. I hate that I say that every fucking time. That's all I got.
Do you?
I don't know. I think I think it's some sort of Forrest Gump thing that it's stuck in my head.
Is that a Forrest Gump thing?
That's all I got to say about that.
Oh, okay.
And it just stuck in my head. That's how you end a conversation.
Stop licking
his wee wee.
Wee wee. He's just like, hey.
But I'm a dude, and that's what I do. A dude dog.
Dude dog.
Pod pup.
Pod pup. We got a pod pup.
Aw.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello. Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Do you want to go first on your story?
I just had one other thing I wanted to comment on that I thought was pretty cool that happened within the past week. Did you see that they had they had like a parade for the mummies that they were moving in Egypt?
What?
Yeah.
No.
So they made a new museum called the National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. I don't know why they made a new one, but so they did that. And so the old museum was just the Egyptian museum, but they moved 22 mummies from that museum to the new museum.
Crazy.
And they had they looked like fucking Pope Mobile. Like each mummy had its own little
limousine
vehicle. Yeah. And they were crazy looking. Like, it was insane.
I mean, so nothing but the best for them.
Right? 10 kings and 4 queens. And it was a 40-minute trip. It says it was 7 kilometers or 4 miles. Kilometers. My bad.
We're American.
Yeah. Forgive us.
No. We're American, goddammit. Kilometers.
We say it how we want. Oh, God. Yeah, and they had shock absorbers and little vehicles, and they were filled with nitrogen, so they didn't. Decompose. It was just fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
We'll have to pull it up later and watch the video, but the vehicles are fucking insane. It's they specifically made 22 of these to transport these mummies.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so where'd they move them from? What city to city? Do you know?
No, I just have the museum to museum. I mean, it wasn't far. It was only 4 miles, but it took 40 minutes. I guess because they did it
had to go so slow.
Style. Yeah.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. No, I don't listen to the news. I don't watch the news. You know that. It's super good for a journalist.
You just happen to. Right.
I gave up on it. News is scary, but no, if I'd seen shit like that, I would have clicked on that.
Yeah. I mean, shit, dude, the only reason I pay attention to it is because is on YouTube.
The Parade of Pharaohs.
Yeah.
And ferrets.
Ferrets.
I don't know. I mean, I assume they're the same, actually. Pharaohs and pharaohs are, a female pharaoh.
Yeah, I think.
The same.
Yeah, they're the
pharaoh.
Same.
But you said queen, so yes, queen. I feel like we're louder on this one, so good luck with that editing.
That's probably better. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard. I feel like my computer...
Computadora.
Yes, that. It plays really low versus with headphones or anything else.
Is that how you edit without the headphones?
I edit with the headphones most of the time. I go back and forth. Yeah, you guys, let us know if the volume is fucking weird and we need to change anything.
I thought it sounded great.
Did it?
From the last one. Yeah. Good. I didn't even have to change my volume settings from anything else I was listening to. I just pressed play and it was
good.
Yeah, it sounded great.
Good. Well, this one might be different then, but I guess we'll find out.
After we rearrange shit, it's a crapshoot.
It is.
It's a crapshoot.
Dude, I'm much excited about this room.
I keep staring. I keep looking around being like, oh my God, this is it. This is a thing. And it's only going to get better.
Exactly.
We should need a live audience now.
I was going to say, soon we can have Vogue. God.
Sorry. That reminded me. I'm going back to the Elisa Lam thing. Yeah, sorry. The live audience thing.
Okay, that was a weird turn.
My headphones fell off. I got so excited.
Oh, God.
No. So, in the Elisa Lam story, they talked about her getting kicked out of a live shooting of a show in Burbank.
Oh, yeah. She was at a live music show, right?
No, it's a live taping of an actual show.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. And so people were like, what show was it? What show was it? What show was it? And because they never say in the documentary.
Yeah.
There's one article from when right when she goes missing or whatever. And one of her friends was like, I don't know. She was posting on Facebook about, or not Facebook, whatever social media she was using about going to this, and this. It was the Conan O'Brien show.
No way.
Conan O'Brien kicked her out. Well, not him, but his staff.
His staff. That's crazy.
Conan O'Brien's staff, if you're listening, if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
Call the popo. Don't just kick her out. She might be having a medical emergency you don't know.
I guess with LA, though, like they deal with that on like such a regular basis, you kind of get desensitized to it because you're like, I don't know, is this person on drugs or is it something else?
I'm only half chastising, really, because I know. I know that they're PAs and they're not paid enough to deal with that shit.
Right,
like,
right.
They're just like, whatever, ma'am, please leave. Thing and,
yeah.
But from future reference, just know that this person might be having a medical emergency. You should probably call somebody who can handle it.
Yeah.
And not just like escort her out of the building.
Yes.
FYI. You've learned your lesson. I think you've learned your lesson.
Are you telling me?
No.
Telling Conan O'Brien's people?
Yes. The poor PAs that had to deal with that are not listening to this show. They will never hear this episode, but in my head, I'm doing right.
You never know. That one lonely guy in his basement somewhere.
I knew I was messing up. Thank you for whatever. Yes. Indeed.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to, speaking of people that listen to us,
Anastasia Beaverhausen.
Yay.
Tina, I missed you. Oh my God. Jordan sent me the picture of your response to our social media post, and I was like, oh my God, I missed her.
Yes. Mucho excited about that. And also,
there was a few.
I don't think I know what your real name is, and I'm sorry. Oh, God. And I'm sorry, but you messaged us initially 7 weeks ago on Instagram, and I'm a terrible human and didn't reply because I hadn't been checking it. And I replied to you finally because you asked if the show was coming back, and I was like, oh, hey, yeah, it is now. On Instagram, you are Fenderhead, so thank you very much for keeping track of everything and also liking some pretty sweet guitars, because I'm assuming what that references to.
Right.
And you also have some really cute fucking huskies, apparently.
She's currently Facebook stalking you.
Yeah.
If you see a like.
Or Instagram stalking.
Or whatever. I'm old. Everything is the Facebooks.
Yep, not weird at all.
She's MySpace stalking.
MySpace stalking, yes.
I know he's probably a musician and probably still has a MySpace.
Or I think, oh yeah. Also, congratulations on your engagement. I don't know.
7 years ago.
If you put it on social media, is it okay if you talk about it?
Well, who knows now?
We might edit this part out, but thank you, sir, for messaging us and for your support. We're happy you like it.
Yes, thank you so much, Fenderhead.
Yes.
I feel like there should be like some numbers after that. Fender Heaven 777. Fender what? Fenderhead 776. Sniff.
Just 666.
Fenderhead snicks.
Or oh man, this is gonna be good.
Oh my God, this is a throwback.
This editing is gonna be awful. Also,
please, just the last 15 minutes.
35 minutes in, and we haven't even started talking about it.
Literally, feel free to edit the last 15 minutes.
No, it's good. I think it's golden.
Oh my God.
Maybe the episodes should be longer if we're gonna be doing bi-weekly.
Right? You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. We're doing this for you.
I got so really yeah. Oh well. Well. I got drunk for you guys. I'm not that. I mean, I am a little drunk. I'm a lightweight, you guys. I just need you to know that. So when I say I'm drunk, it's like a lot of people. If you were to meet me, like in person at a bar or wherever, you probably wouldn't think that I was drunk, but like after a few words, you'd be like, oh yeah, she's a little, but like, no, I'm fucked up. This is me tore up. Not even joking.
Wait, you right now?
Yeah. No, like this
You're
is
fucked up.
No, I'm not. But this is beyond what I normally get. I've had way more than I normally drink. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like it just is. It's just is.
God damn it.
It sounds so like I don't even know. Textural?
It's not even intentional. I'm not trying to do it. It just happens.
It sounds, though, like very, very...
guttural?
Yeah, guttural is a good word. It sounds... It's a nice layer to the background.
Oh, yeah?
When you turn away.
Can we do some ASMR with it?
I mean, if there's people that, like, enjoy watching people eat or, like, look at their toes and stuff, I'm sure burp fetish is a thing.
You're right.
100%.
Okay, we're just not... Let's take a right or left turn.
Let's just take a turn.
Turn away.
Turn away.
Turn away.
Look away. Look away from this mass hysteria.
Is
Whatever the fuck is happening. Do you want to... Whoop.
I don't know. Do you want to go first? Would that be good for you?
Maybe I should go before I get too further. Gone.
I'll just get more toast.
Get gone. That's how it usually goes.
Well, I think actually, yeah, it'd probably be better if you went first, anyways, because I've got like, I don't know how it's gonna go. Yeah,
It's
so
a
you
crapshoot.
go first.
It's kind of a crapshoot. All right, yeah. So I try to not go as into useless facts as I normally did in the past, but with the butts and
All
the
the
farts and the
butts.
poops. Remember when I did that episode on poop medicine?
Rebecca.
Oh, yep. Yes,
Tell me a story.
absolutely. First I'm hearing of this. Why wouldn't I? I knew we were gonna forget that shit, and I really did try to remember that part, but nope, didn't work. All right, so remember when I did a episode on poop medicine of poop?
Medicine?
Yeah, fecal microbial.
Oh, yes.
All right, so this is going to be similar. I'm going to tell you a headline, and it's pretty much going to sum it up. Okay, so here's the headline.
Okay.
FDA okays lizard spit drug for diabetes. All right, so the background is I just recently found out that someone I know has actually used this drug in their life, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? It's what? It's lizard spit for diabetes.
Wait, how do they know that is it like a homeopathic thing, or is it like an agent
no.
that they put in like regular medicine?
This is FDA approved, so it's
okay.
definitely not homeopathic. So, okay, here's the rest of this bit. In 2005, the FDA approved a new drug to help treat type 2 diabetes that contained lizard spit. The drug is called Byetta, aka Exenatide. And here's the part where I have to apologize for all of the medical references that I make, because I will definitely not be saying these terms correctly. You're welcome. So the drug is produced by Eli Lilly and Company, and also Amylin Pharmaceuticals. So it's like a tag team.
Oh, okay.
They both are co-manufacturers of this drug. And Byetta is not for use for type 1 diabetes. It's only been approved for people with type 2 diabetes.
Sorry, I feel like, did I just play footsies with you?
Not me. It must have been the dog. Not approved for... it's only approved for people with type 2 diabetes who have not responded well to other blood sugar control meds. And originally it was used as like a supplement to other diabetes medication, but it's now been approved for like primary use. So Byetta is made from a chemical found in the saliva of the Gila monster. Gila monster? I always want to call it
monster?
Yeah. Do you know a Gila monster?
Yeah.
And that's actually a venomous lizard. So the spit is actually venom, I would think. Users take the drug by injection twice a day, usually before breakfast and dinner. Mm-hmm. And it works by stimulating insulin secretion in response to high blood sugars and inhibits the glucagon. Glucagon? That's what it says. That's what it says. That's what it says here in my notes. Glucagon, which is a hormone that helps increase blood sugars. Like I said, it's now been approved as a standalone therapy for people with type 2 diabetes. Side effects are minimal, actually. In three 30-week trials, it was shown to improve blood sugar control, and most patients also lost weight, which is associated with the reduced appetite that it involves. Effects.
I guess it could go either way with losing weight, though, right? Like, I guess that could be good or bad. I mean, it'd be good for me. But
I feel like type 2 diabetes, and I should have had this in my note.
Oh, yeah. It's the one where you're losing.
Yeah, it's the one where it's more like diet and lifestyle related versus type 1, which is the one where you're born with it, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. I apologize if I'm totally misrelaying those diabetes facts. I chose not to include that information.
We'll go with that. That sounds
This is a comedy podcast. Not Dr. Phil. Who's the other one? Dr. Oz. This is not Dr. Oz. Anyway, side effects were generally mild to moderate, and most commonly reported being mild to moderate as dose-dependent nausea, and the nausea seemed to subside over time. But since then, the that's my notes. That's my notes lighting up. Since then, the FDA warns of an increased risk of pancreatitis, which is the inflammation of the pancreas, in patients with renal, aka kidney impairment. So I was saying, like, oh my God, I know somebody with who used to take monster spit as a medicine, but is it better to say lizard spit or monster spit? Because like Gila monster or venomous lizard.
I mean, I think monster spit sounds cool.
Right? That's way more badass than lizard spit. Way more. So that got me thinking, like, what other ridiculous medications or medication ingredients do we have? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to do a U real quick. Ugh, that tasted like pizza. Like, not in a good way.
It wasn't even a burp.
It was like
you just sounded distraught. Oh, what was me? I was fed.
Oh my God, you guys, I ate way so much pizza. Way so much.
I
had way too much pizza. It was like way too much and so much pizza at the same time. Okay, so gold is used in medication. Did you know that? Because I did not.
No.
Gold is used in oral anti-inflammatory medications called Ridodora. Sure. Uh-huh. It's used to treat rheumatoid arthritis. And there's actually an injectable gold known as gold sodium thiomalate. Yep. Mm-hmm. GST, which is injected weekly or monthly into joints to treat arthritis.
Huh.
It gets better.
Oh, good.
It gets better. So I would love to have gold injected into me.
Right?
That sounds fun. That sounds bougie.
It is.
Oh, I'm just going for my gold treatments, my gold injection treatments. It's fine. Don't worry about it. All right. So another weird medicine is urine from pregnant horses.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. Premarin is a hormone replacement therapy. No, I wrote my notes wrong. Sorry. God, I'm so good at this. Is a hormone replacement therapy medication. Okay. I was going to explain where I messed up, but it's not even important. Anyway, it's a replacement therapy medication used to treat symptoms of menopause and is made from the estrogen hormones isolated from pregnant horses' urine. I'm sorry. It's just so ridiculous. From pregnant horse urine. Okay. And so another one is rooster combs. Do you know what a rooster comb is?
Rooster comb?
Yeah,
is that like the
thing?
You're cracking me up.
I feel bad for these animals, but like we're so silly as humans. Like, how did this even just chop that shit off that rooster and let's test that and see what that does.
That is pretty fucking crazy.
But hyaluron, I'm not saying any of these right.
I know you picked a good first one as far as pronunciation.
This is the worst ever.
I was going to do a Russian one and was like, nah, not this go around.
I eeny, meeny, miny to see if I should do this one or
of course you did.
Pick another one.
Wait. Can we just pause?
Chose, yes.
Rebecca uses eeny, meeny, miny, mo to choose things like frequently throughout life.
Probably multiple times a day.
Yeah, yeah.
Just anything. Usually it's between two equally positive or negative, like if they're two equally valued things or whatever.
Like last time you used it was when we went to buy cider when we were
Was it
last
recording last time?
Recorded, yeah. And you couldn't decide what cider, and so you
and it was a good choice, I think.
Yes.
Did I even drink that cider? I don't think I did. I think I tried something else.
I think I drank it for you.
Was it a good cider? Did I make a good choice?
Cider. You did good.
There we go. Well, this story hopefully will turn out well based on the fates. But rooster combs, whatever. Which is made from chicken combs, obviously, because I just said it 100 times. And that's an ingredient in a medicine called Synvisic and Synvisic 1, or Hylan GF20. This is an injectable medication used to treat knee arthritis and provide pain relief for up to 6 months.
Huh. That's great. That's so weird.
How do you figure that out?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand the process. Like, just start chopping the shit out of everything and we'll test everything.
Right.
Give me a piece of drywall. Let's test it on arthritis.
Drywall.
Give me a cat toenail clipping and we'll test that on glaucoma. Glaucoma?
Glaucoma.
That's the eye thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what people used to make jokes about for like getting weed, like
let's test weed
for glaucoma.
That one worked.
Yeah,
that one worked.
I feel the same way about like food. Like what humans started being like
pickle quesadillas. That's the thing.
Oh my god, that sounds so good right now. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to make one of those later.
Gross.
Yeah, but like you just walk up to some fucking random thing in nature and you're like, I think I could eat this.
It doesn't look like it's poisonous. Let me try it.
Or like potatoes. Like you found them in the ground and you were like, yeah, this brown thing covered in dirt. I mean, thank God for the person that did that.
Right? This is my people. Actually, potatoes are the one thing that's found on like every continent.
Yeah?
I think so.
Huh.
I think that's a thing.
I believe it.
Pretty sure that might have been a Botany of Desire thing. Michael Pollan, he's an author. He did Botany of Desire, Omnivore's Dilemma.
Oh, you talked about him before.
He did one on mushrooms, but it's got an incredibly long title.
We talked about that in episode 14.
Did we?
That's like the only episode that I listened to, apparently. But yeah, we talked about it in that episode because we were talking about
something.
Stuff. As you do.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Please edit that coughing and clearing out.
I'll see what I can do.
Formaldehyde is the next thing on my list, which is in a drug called Hyprex, and that's used to prevent recurring urinary tract infections. And Hyprex contains a chemical called methenamine, which works when it actually is converted in urine to formaldehyde. So like when it gets to your urinary tract area, it actually it's converted to formaldehyde, and that's how it prevents the urinary tract infection.
Oh, weird.
Which is good, right? That's a good use of it.
Yeah.
However, that's not methenamine or whatever is not the only thing that converts to formaldehyde when it hits your stomach. Because your system, as soon as I read that, I was like, oh my God, aspartame. This is my chance to look it up. So, aspartame is the artificial sweetener, right?
Yeah.
And I've always heard that, it turns into formaldehyde when you drink it. That shit does. It is not fiction. It is a real thing. According to PubMed, The artificial sweetener is broken down upon ingestion, converted and oxidized into formaldehyde in various tissues throughout the body, and has been linked to pediatric and adolescent migraines. So aspartame is not good for you. All those diet drinks that you think you're getting away with,
sense. Yeah,
you're damaging yourself.
No, you're not doing any better, man. Like, yeah.
Okay, so let's think about it. And this may not be even accurate, but let's just think about it. So aspartame is used, formaldehyde is used to embalm and preserve things. So you're putting aspartame, which converts to formaldehyde, a preservative, in a diet drink. So everything you eat / drink when you ingest that aspartame now turned into formaldehyde is going to be preserved. Is that how you're going to lose weight? No, that doesn't seem right. That seems it's going to preserve everything that you eat and make it harder for your body to digest. And so you won't lose weight. So it doesn't make any sense to put it in diet drinks.
No. And either way, I mean, it's just not fucking healthy.
Not good for you. Just, if you're going to, don't drink formaldehyde. Don't drink formaldehyde. PSA, don't drink formaldehyde. See something, say something, don't drink formaldehyde. That's what.
That is the title of the episode.
That's what we're here for, you know. Make sure you people stay on track. I only have a few more. So urine from postmenopausal women is a medicine.
What?
The urine from postmenopausal women is used in many folic stimulating hormone treatments, FSH. That's very hard to say. Folic stimulating hormone treatments / FSHs is what they're called. Okay. And that's drugs like Repronex and Bravel. And those are actually used to treat infertility. So like it's part of like an IVF treatment.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So they use urine from postmenopausal people to make people more fertile.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So these medications are made with the urine of sometimes multiple donors. So there are safety concerns, and that's kind of gross. But there are synthetic FSHs that exist, like the drug Follistim. Nope. Follistim. I'm going there.
Also, I apologize if you guys hear any nuka
snoring / I don't even know what that sound is.
Snoring, snorting,
licking.
Nuka.
He is snorting while he licks. That's weird. That's gross.
All right.
Stick the mic down there and get in the episode. And then, of course, on most of the lists that I found, poop. The fecal microbiota transplantations was on there, which if you hadn't listened to that
episode,
which I think was airplane butts that we did that one.
Why do we have so many episodes
with butts and farts and poops? I don't know. Here's another one.
Butts, and then airplane butts. Yeah. What is airplane butts? What is wrong?
I have no clue. But fecal microbiota. Oh my God, microbiota. Transplantations. I apologize. Those are capsules containing frozen bacteria collected from the stools of donor patients, and these fecal pills are taken orally and have been shown to be 96% effective in treating C. difficile diarrhea. They are testing that on other digestive issues. So if you've got the FUG, like me, which again is the fucked up gut, FUG, there's hope for you. There's hope for you in someone else's gut. In someone else's poop. Someone else's poop might be for you.
It's so beautiful that you can find hope in shit. Oh my God.
That's bullshit. Is it though? Like, is the bullshit going to cure me? Because I'll take that bullshit.
Right?
Any day.
Have you seen Swiss Army Man?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's brilliant and amazing.
Who's in it?
It's Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe.
Nope.
It's very good. But at the end, I never thought I'd see a movie that would make me laugh and cry about farts.
What?
Yes, you need to watch it.
Like sad
I'll watch
cry?
it with you. Yeah, just like happy, sad cry.
I'm so happy that man farted. That kind of cry? Okay.
But there's like one quote at the end where he's like, one day your poop will mix with my poop and it'll be a beautiful thing because we'll like find each other again. I don't know the exact
Did I
quote.
see this movie?
I know I've told you about it before.
Okay, maybe that's where I'm remembering it from. Swiss Army Man, huh?
Yeah. It's good. Everyone should watch it.
Nice. Swiss Army Man. It was the second thing that came up.
Yeah.
So when you said Daniel Radcliffe, oh my God, what is that man's name?
I almost spit my beer out.
What is fucking wrong with me? Oh, it's the alcohol. That's right. I remember. Daniel Radcliffe. I was totally thinking of someone else.
Not Harry Potter.
Why does he look dead in most of these pictures? Is the
because
man
he
dead?
is.
Oh, shit. I was like, this man looks dead. Okay, look at this picture, though. Like, that's not selling it for me.
I don't know why.
Oh my God, that's so phallic. I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm looking at because I want you to listen.
Well, I'll tell you guys.
No, I was going to make them watch the movie.
Okay, you guys should watch the movie.
There's a particular scene that's of a phallic nature.
It's very good. And I don't know if you're familiar with Manchester Orchestra, but Andy Hall, the lead singer of Manchester Orchestra, did the soundtrack for it, and it is like fucking beautiful.
Okay.
The entire movie speaks to my soul, basically.
Definitely have to take a look at this.
'Tis good. 'Tis good.
There's some fancy fan art going on here. Mm-hmm. This is like a new cult classic, I think.
I think it's getting there, yeah.
All right, everybody, that's your assignment for this next 2 weeks. Watch Swiss Army Man, because we'll probably be discussing it next week. So we don't have to spoiler alert you.
Yeah, watch it so you are caught up.
Oh, shit. I know what you're waiting on. Hey, Jordan.
Oh, I wasn't waiting on anything. Hi, Rebecca.
Hey, tell me a story.
Hey, okay. I had a really hard time picking something this week.
Me too, actually.
I guess it's just a matter of like getting back into the groove of everything.
Yeah.
So I did Dangers of Post-War Modern Homes.
What?
Like after World War II. Yes, that's one of them.
Okay, hell yeah.
So they like, where everything was like kind of the gears were grinding again and they were getting shit together. This is specifically actually in England. So it's more, I feel like it's a bit more prominent because not only were they, like they were actually physically recovering from the war too. They were like
lots
rebuilding and everything. Yeah.
Can I ask what brought this to your attention?
YouTube.
Okay. Of course.
I couldn't fucking think of anything. And I don't even know. I was looking up something else, though, that was like completely unrelated. And this channel came up. And I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the channel. I will put it in the show notes, though, because they're wonderful. And like they cover like a bunch of cool shit. So shout out to y'all in the show notes. But they came up and it's like, this is interesting.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So it's like the first one isn't really it's still related, but okay. So the first thing that they went to was like toys. So like specifically they came out with like chemistry sets.
Oh yes, that's fun. Blow yourself up, kids.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly what it was. And they had like all these different elements that they would give you and pretty much no instructions or safety warnings. I feel like the entire latter half of the 50s was no fucking safety warnings for anything in the house. Literally, like nothing in the house.
What's a safety warning? If they're dumb enough to blow themselves up, that's their fucking fault.
I guess, man.
They're un-American.
But it's like...
or British, un-British.
No, but even, even in the States, it's like they didn't have safety warnings back then. It was like we had to learn how stupid people were in order to realize that we had to put fucking warnings on everything.
Right.
Which, I don't know.
Good point,
it's like
though.
Now it's common sense, but back then, I guess it necessarily wasn't because people hadn't experienced with it and really dealt with it before.
I feel like that's false. I feel like before...
No, Jordan, you're wrong.
No. I feel like before 1940 was also common sense, and then all of a sudden people were traumatized by the war, and so like common sense was like not a thing anymore, and now it is again.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's common sense, but it's also not necessarily something. I think it's like people put too much faith in a product and didn't necessarily think about like other results that could happen. So maybe like naivete.
Yeah. Well, no, I think you're right. You're onto something, because that is a thing. So like the thing about the post-war era is that it was so idealistic and so kind of like, what's the word? Like
people were so gung-ho about everything and like ready to do stuff that they were excited to move forward and didn't really. They put faith in a lot of things that maybe...
And pre the war, there was a lot more skepticism. Okay. Yeah. I'm with you. That's a thing. That's for real.
Yeah.
Okay. That's where we're at, folks.
Cool. So, burping.
Sniffing. Oh my God. That was beautiful.
Jesus Christ. There's all sorts of things going on.
Things are happening.
Wendy Williams. No instructions. They had like copper sulfate in it, and there's like an asbestos board. Just a bunch of shit that you shouldn't necessarily just have.
Covered in lead.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, everything.
Painted, slathered on with lead. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Instructions, like the one thing, basically, the one like warning. Essentially what they said is if the clothing of someone catches on fire, if something blows up and they catch on fire, have them fall to the ground so they can roll. Or strike them sharply behind the knees so that they fall to the ground.
Shut the fuck up. Before, you guys, she's saying before stop, drop, and roll, the thing was karate chop the shit out of somebody's knees until they fall. Oh my God, that's great. Let's bring that back. It's not as catchy as stop, drop, and roll, but karate chop is like...
Oh no.
That's the best. It feels better.
It does. If you're on fire, wow.
I love that so much. Cobra Kai never dies. Sorry, dude, you're on fire.
Apparently in the United States, chemistry kits, they didn't sell as well, but they actually had like uranium in them to like measure radiation. They had like a thing that you could put.
And now you go to jail if you, or you're on some sort of list if you buy too much uranium.
Yeah.
And by too much, I mean like...
how times have changed.
Any.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The other thing was like plastics, because they were first like, everything was cheaper being made with plastic and polyurethane. And so that was a thing. And I feel like we're kind of our generation is kind of familiar with that. I guess now, everything's like covered in like the flame retardant stuff and everything. But that's when back then was when they first started doing like nightgowns and like the synthetic clothing and everything. And then they would have heaters that didn't necessarily have like a grid like blocking them off or anything.
Right.
And so then that shit catches on fire. And the worst part about that made the burn so bad, is that it's plastic. So it just like turns into like a liquid. Yeah, it melts into your skin.
Right. And everybody's a smoker back then.
Exactly. That was the other thing with furniture. Like they're dropping it on the sofas. and then it's burning into the foam, and the foam is also forming a liquid, and so then it's just like a pool of liquid at the bottom of the sofa, and just fucking fully ignites, you know? So that's fun.
Can I don't know if this is in your notes at all, but like I heard a theory that it was big tobacco that pushed for all the flame retardant materials because cigarettes were an issue and people were getting, like damaged. People were getting damaged.
What's your damage, bro?
Homes were getting damaged and people were, getting severely hurt because of fires started by cigarettes. And instead of making cigarettes more safe, they were like, we're just going to make everything else change and not us.
See that.
So I heard that somewhere.
I can see that.
Unsubstantiated, but that's the theory.
No, that makes sense. But I do know that that's why cigarette companies did change the way that they make the paper for the cigarettes, because it's like it
burns slower,
burns out faster. Like it doesn't stay lit if you like leave it alone. Supposedly, I don't know.
Never tested that, so
someone let us know. I put some cigarettes like in ashtrays, and they just kept fucking going. So I don't know how legit that is all the time.
I know that there was a call center that I worked for. The first one I worked for, it was a Dell call center, and there was a smoking section outside, and the janitor lady like dumped a ashtray, because it was like just a basic ashtray, into the garbage and like lit that shit on fire.
Oh no.
So it definitely didn't burn out. It just like burned everything else.
Oh, God.
And I feel like there was like multiple times that she did that.
She was just like, fuck this place. Yeah. She wants it to burn down so she can just like, get unemployment and not have to worry about shit.
Why not? It was a small town. Yeah. I don't blame her either. That place was horrible. Horrible. So plastics.
And they also created cyanide gas. And so you'd basically die from inhaling cyanide before you would getting burnt.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's scary.
So you're fumigated before you can even like get out of the house or call for help or anything like that. Sucks, Bill.
Well, it's crazy. I mean, I guess I get it. Like they didn't really think about it, but
you're right.
Especially with the nightgown thing, apparently, like, it was a big thing. They had, like, a campaign for a while of, like, posters.
Sleep naked.
Yes. Sleep naked. I like that. Yeah.
It's not our problem. Just sleep naked.
Sleep naked. It was like they didn't want, because, like, little girls and also, like, the elderly would wear, like, nightgowns versus,
I said
like,
sleep naked,
pajamas.
And then you went to little girls, and I made it weird.
Sorry, no.
So now I regret what I said.
Don't.
I feel terrible.
No,
my tummy hurts.
You took it there.
I was like, oh, shit. And then she said, little girls and elderly?
No.
All right. Little girls and elderly.
Everyone should still sleep naked.
Okay. Still weird, 2021.
It's fine. Yeah. They had a poster, like, to the extent that it was, like, they had a poster that was, like, encouraging people to not wear nightgowns, like, just wear pajamas, like, like, pants and shirts, not nightgowns.
What
and then to also
does that make?
Have... Because the gowns were more flowy, so it was more easy for them to catch on fire.
Oh.
And then the other thing was, like, to have, like, a guard over your heater.
Right.
Which apparently wasn't a thing. Like, people catching on fire is the reason why, at least Britain...
Like a fire gate or whatever it's called?
A decree, like, through Parliament in October of 1954 that all electric heaters had to have a guard on them.
Okay.
Because people were
What year was
on
that?
Fire. 1954.
Wow.
Yeah. For a while, I guess, like, every year, 300 children and elderly died from catching on fire.
Jeez.
From their nightgowns. Yeah.
Louise.
Yeah.
Is that
crazy?
just okay? I don't.
This is England specifically.
Just England, but was it when the materials changed? Like before things became synthetic, were there that many deaths, I wonder?
No, it was because of things becoming synthetic. Like it was because of them using plastic materials.
Instead of just going back to organic materials like cotton,
Right.
let's
keep it.
We're additional
making money.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We're smart.
TV's caught on fire for a while.
Why?
The wiring plus the wood and insulation and ventilation, like the combination, they just didn't like think through everything, so they just fucking caught on fire.
Terrible.
Yeah.
We didn't really think that through, so
Yeah.
whoops.
And then I guess so DIY stuff really took off post-war in England as well, because like the men were going off and
What did you call it?
the men?
No. What cut off? What cut on?
DIY? Wait, DIY? I swear to God, dude, even as I said it, I do it every fucking time.
I was like trying to say it in my head.
DIY.
Nope.
Do yourself it. Just do yourself it, man. It's fine.
Oh, that was great. Okay. So that caught on.
So they were working on rebuilding everything, but then it was also like, well, since they're rebuilding stuff, like there weren't contractors to work on people's like
Stuff.
homes, and so
code.
they encouraged people to do it themselves. Apparently there's this one guy, Barney Buckner. I can't read my own handwriting. Yeah, Barry Buckner. Apparently he would get like he had 7 million viewers like consistently. He'd get 35,000 letters a week, and his show was just about how to like
This is a TV show?
do it yourself. Yeah. This
Okay.
is in England still. Yeah.
Okay. It's like the This Old House before This Old House.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was before all the shit like Property Brothers and whatever the fuck else
The
we have
original
now.
HGTV.
Yeah.
Barry, what's his name?
Barry Buckner.
Barry Buckner, you guys. Barry Buckner.
Yeah.
That's the next trivia question. First HGTV DIY. DIY. You even wrote it down wrong?
wrote it DIY.
Perfect. Can confirm.
There's
She
like
did.
These certain things I will forever fuck up.
And we love you for it.
I can also add confusing Brad Pitt and
Oh, who was it? I heard that on the episode the other day.
yeah, no, this has consistently been a thing. Oh God,
was
now
it?
his name just fucking
And they look nothing alike.
Tom Cruise?
No, I can't remember who it was. It's in episode 13, I'm pretty sure, that we talked about it, and I was like, and I remember thinking they look nothing alike at all.
Yeah, there's a few of those actors where I'm like, yeah, it's the same person.
It's almost
swear to
like-
God, I have facial blindness, dude. I just don't recognize people.
I'm pretty sure this isn't the connection, but it's almost like Brad Pitt and Johnny Depp, like not at all the
Yeah,
same.
it wasn't that connection, but it was
that
something
dissimilar.
That dissimilar, yeah.
It might as well be like Brad Pitt and like, I don't know, Steve Buscemi.
No, it wasn't that bad. I love Steve Buscemi, by the
doesn't?
way. Oh my God.
Who doesn't? That man is he's
And
a
Adam Sandler.
national treasure.
Adam Sandler's sexy.
Wait, what?
No?
I mean, I used to like him.
Adam, if you're listening.
I used to like him.
What
We'll
happened?
just leave it there. We'll just leave it there. I used to like him before his contractual obligations for SNL ended, and he started making his own movies. That sounded bad, but I liked your contractually obligated movies.
I didn't even know there was
Okay, that may not even be a real thing, but I heard that like if you work on SNL and you leave before your contract is up, you either have to leave. Okay, so you sign a contract with SNL or Lorne Michaels, and if you you either have to finish the contract with SNL or you have to do some movies for them. And I feel like Happy Madison and Happy Madison, that's the production company. Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore were like part of that, you know, like his contractually obligated movies, which they were gold. They were genius, right?
Yeah.
And then and Big Daddy and all that. But then like you have Click and fucking what's the other one?
Yeah, he did some weird like rom-com shit for a while.
Some weird ones that I was like, not for me.
Did you see Punch Drunk Love?
That was a weird one, but yes, I did. That was way after his. I feel like that was one of his like right after the contracts ended and his. I'm trying to break away from comedy.
Out.
Yeah. Everybody does that. I mean, not everybody. But.
I still, as much as I like him, I really don't like that voice that he would do, though.
Yeah, the time. Yeah. But it's everywhere. It comes out everywhere. And that's kind of where I ended with him. I was like, oh, it's that voice again. Like, he's really only got the one character.
I don't know, though, dude. He did good. People don't want to hear his review movies. It's fine, though. Maybe they do. Did you see... Oh, God. No, I'm not even going to... Fucking Family Jewels? It's Family Jewels? It was a Netflix one that he did.
With?
And I'm not necessarily saying it was... I felt like the whole movie was just him yelling. It was literally like him yelling. It gave me like mad anxiety. But Uncut Gems, Family Jewels, Jesus Christ.
Close enough.
Totally different.
Jewels, Gems. Never heard of it.
It was really good.
The one I watched recently was the one with him and Jennifer Aniston where they were like on like a delayed honeymoon. And they solve a murder or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That one was actually pretty cute.
I liked that one.
Yeah, it was pretty cute. But I also just really like Jennifer Aniston. So that she carried it. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? I take it all back because I really did like Adam Sandler back in the day. So
I think you should watch some of his newer stuff.
I'll revisit. I take back everything I just said. Cut it all out.
Everything I said.
Piece of sheet car. That was his car. That was his car, but it was also his song. And the Hanukkah song and Thanksgiving and gobble gobble goo and a gobble gobble giggle. I wish turkey only cost a nickel. Thanksgiving. You were saying about deadly household materials.
Yes,
post-war because we are so smart.
We are so smart. DIY.
Which terrifies me because I really want to remove my popcorn ceiling. But it is definitely... My house was built in 1973 or 4, can't remember. And asbestos wasn't used in popcorn ceilings. I mean, asbestos was used in popcorn ceilings up into the 80s. So
really?
For sure that shit is in there, yeah.
Oh. Ugh.
Yeah. So, I mean, because it's like really easy to remove yourself. I mean...
It is. Yeah, I mean...
Relatively. It's not like demolition and like construction. It's more of just like a little elbow grease and some scraping and some patience, you know?
Yeah.
But you have to like wear a mask and like keep it wet so you don't like kill yourself with asbestos and
don't do that. That doesn't sound like it's worth it.
Well, like some YouTube videos are like, it's really not that big a deal. I mean, so there's what's the fucking thing called? Arbitration? No, not arbitration. There's a term for it where if you have mold or asbestos, you have to call a specific company in, and it's something like arbitration, some word like that.
And they like come deal with it for you, basically?
Yeah. Not arbitration. What the fuck? You guys are screaming it at me. I know it.
Scream it louder.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
What is it? Abatement. Thank you. Yes. Whoever's saying it that loud. Abatement. I'm pretty sure. And if it's not abatement, just kidding. But something like that, where you have to like get a professional to do it all safe, whatnot. But,
okay.
But then there's some videos that are like, no, just wear a mask and, you know, keep it wet, keep it moist, you know, because everybody get you some lube. No big deal.
Yeah.
It happens when you get old.
God.
That's going to be especially hilarious to a particular listener. Go ahead. Buttons.
Okay. So our friend Barry Buckner.
I forgot about him.
How could you forget about Barry?
I don't know. He was original Ty Pennington. Oh, you don't know that reference?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Man, he looks rough. I still love him. But
Does he now?
Rough.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know.
He was in
Such a hottie.
What was it called? Trading Spaces?
Trading Spaces.
That used to be my jam. I
Yeah.
thought I wanted to be like a home decorator
Right?
because of that show.
Everybody did.
Yeah.
He gave us all confidence.
Gave us too much false hope.
False hope.
Ty.
Pennington Ty.
Moving on. Barry kind of sucked just because, okay. I went into that really strong. Sorry.
He was no Ty Pennington. He kind of
was
sucked. He was a shitty shithole.
He just he kind of overdid things. He was encouraging people to change historic stuff. It was like,
Oh no.
oh, you have this super cool Victorian fireplace.
Tear it
Get
down.
rid of that shit. Yeah.
Oh,
And so it was
no.
like a lot of stuff like that.
We hate Barry.
You loved Barry
I
10
did.
minutes ago.
I did. I retract.
But during that era, because it was, again, it was just like all the encouragement about doing like your own projects. There still weren't as many safety warnings as there are now. So people were dying because they weren't using ladders properly.
I'm sorry.
They had a drill, like electric drills that they were using in water.
What the fuck?
Oh, it was also like the era when the introduction of toxic adhesives was, so people were like getting fucked up and not.
Just continue to lick that glue, please.
You don't even have to lick it; you just open it and fucking inhale
fuck
it.
yeah.
And
Like huffing it.
yeah.
Nice. No, don't crack the window. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it's good. I feel great right now. I love gluing things.
In fact, close all the windows, all the doors,
yeah.
seal all the cracks.
Well, and it's funny you say that because our next thing was actually in the bathrooms. Apparently in the 1950s in England, half of the homes had no indoor bathrooms.
Oh,
And
shit.
so after
yeah.
that, like, that became a thing. And they had, like, these little kind of water warmer things.
Like water heaters?
Yeah, in the bathrooms. But they were just, essentially what they were doing is they were using the water heaters in the bathrooms. We're getting carbon monoxide poisoning because they...
Because they're in a fucking small ass
They
room.
didn't know better, so they didn't have enough oxygen per like square whatever to negate the carbon monoxide, and they didn't know better, and so they're using this thing to like keep their like water warm and shit, and didn't fucking know. They didn't have windows open or anything because you're in a bathroom.
And then the husband, as aggro as he is like, well, bitch, do you want warm water or do you want to breathe?
Exactly.
You can't have both. What do you think I'm made of?
Where's my fucking dinner?
And while you're at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny. I was trying to make a oxygen per kilometer. What did you say?
This is like per square inch, but I don't know.
No. What you said earlier about the God, what did you say?
Kilometer?
Yeah, but you were like
Kilometer.
I was trying to bring that back in a smooth way. It didn't work. Carry on. Bitch, do you want warm water?
Song.
Oh, God, I love that song. I love Kansas.
Dude, I do too.
It's also a theme song of Supernatural, which I just binged the shit out of all 15 seasons. 15, you heard right. Because that fucking show is amazing.
Is it?
In my opinion.
What's it about? Supernatural stuff?
I'm like, literally, the show is called Supernatural, so you can take a guess. Oh, it's about carpentry. They fish a lot. They don't. They fish 1 or 2 times. Yeah, it's literally about supernatural stuff.
Okay.
But it's 2 hot guys. They're brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're in a fucking Impala, and they listen to classic rock, and they fight monsters, and they're fucking hot.
All right. I can get behind
Need
that.
I say more?
Yes. Or no, you need not say more. No, I'm sold.
Nay, you say not more.
I say not more.
So Barry's an asshole, and people are now destroying.
So the last thing on the DIY.
Well, everybody clap. Yay, Jordan did it.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
They were encouraging people to do electrical work, which was clearly not a good idea.
I agree.
And apparently, I didn't even know this was a thing, but there's like an electric towel rack that's like a towel warmer.
Okay.
That you can put your towel on.
Yeah.
A girl died from...
Trying to install it herself?
No, I guess her dad installed it, but he didn't. No. It wasn't grounded.
Oh, no.
And so when she was getting out of the bathroom...
It's wet.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And I guess there were like multiple incidents about that. Like, unless you know shit about electricity, don't touch it.
Yeah, but he's a dad. He thinks he can do anything.
Well, stop it.
Dads, you can't do everything.
Stop it.
You know what you can do? Know when you can't do something.
Exactly.
Know your limits is what you can do.
That's right.
Call a professional.
Indeed.
Unless you're a dad and you are a professional, then you can probably do it.
Yeah.
I've got faith in you.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
All right. I feel like I went way longer on my thing than you did on your thing.
No, you didn't. There was a solid 30 minutes of banter that you can be liberal with. Mm-hmm. And then there was another 10 minutes where you took a potty break and got drinks. And then I did my thing. And then there was another 10 minutes of you getting more drinks. So there's tons in there to cut. You feel free to cut anything of the banter. I just
don't want to do more shit than...
Your content is gold. I'd rather have your content than our banter, is what I'm saying. Keep going. Keep going. If you got more content, do it.
I mean, I do have more.
I would rather have your content than the banter. So
we can always edit out the content on too.
Exactly.
July 4th of 1954, meat and bacon rations were lifted.
Meat and bacon rations were lifted. That means there were rations implemented.
Because of the war.
Oh,
because of World War II.
So sad.
So after that, like everything with the household stuff, in addition to that, that's when it was like, be a housewife. You got to take care of everything. You got to make amazing dinners. Where you cook is from the heart, and so you serving your family dinner every night. Like, that's literally how they sold it, was like...
Mm-hmm. Don't you love your family?
Cooking is from your heart, yeah. Yep. Show your family that you love them by making this fucking chicken. Mm-hmm. And chicken became in demand because it was the cheaper meat, but it also kind of brought in, because there was, like, a larger need for it. In 54, there were like 5 million chickens like in demand at any time. And then in 59, it up to 75 million.
Oh my God, that's a lot. Yeah. That is a big difference.
So due to that, they were like importing feed, but the feed was like a shitty quality. So it basically gave the chickens like
disease,
even more salmonella than already had. And then they kind of attributed like housewives to already like, they were already like dealing with so much shit, and they weren't familiar with like,
oh no, they're getting blamed,
the disease at the same time. Like, they're not like cleaning, like washing their hands and the chicken and stuff. And so people were like getting sick as a result of that. So that was the thing. Oh, one of the things I did learn from that, what I thought was interesting was apparently then you could buy chickens. It was termed as, they were like New York dressed, which means they like had all the guts in them and like sometimes like their heads still. And so it's like these women are buying these chickens that like didn't really like weren't used to having to cook before, and it's like this is the cheaper version, so they're doing that, and then they're like, I don't know what to do with all of these things.
Wait. So New York dress means they were not cleaned. They've got all the stuff still in them on them.
Yeah, so they were plucked, but they still had their organs, and sometimes they would have their heads.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're still like cooking them and not necessarily cleaning them. And one of the other things I learned in regard to that is the chick that was talking about this, again, I will put the link in this episode for this. They did like a test where she handled chicken without washing her hands, and then they took like a slide of it so you could see
how bad it
all
was.
The bacteria on her hands. And then she did another one where she just wiped it off with paper towel. And then she did one with water and soap. She did one with sanitizer.
Sirens. Sorry.
Sirens. Is it picking up?
Yeah. We acknowledge the sirens. Continue.
They will be a frequent guest in this podcast recording. Just rubbing your hands off with a paper towel made it 10 times less likely to like spread the bacteria when you're like touching your hands, touching other things with your hands.
Right.
And then washing it with water and soap is 100,000 less times.
Oh wow,
more
that's
contaminated.
way better.
So when you handle chicken, ladies and gentlemen,
right, definitely wash your hands.
Fucking hands. Yeah.
You know what? When you handle anything, chickens, your junk.
Yeah, just fucking wash your hands. We should know this by now. It's 2021.
Yeah, this is information we know because we're COVID tried and true. Mm-hmm. COVID tested.
COVID
approved.
Yup. I'll just end this with, they threw like one snippet in, which I thought was interesting. Apparently there was a great smog of London in 1952 of December. Are you familiar with that?
I feel like I am. Great smog of London?
Yeah.
Does it have anything to do with the, I thought that was Industrial Revolution, but that's early 1900s.
It was like people were using coals to keep their homes warm, and so all the smoke from the coals was going up and
just saying there,
kind of like
settling.
Sitting. Yeah, and so apparently everything smelled like sulfur. It was oh my god, I keep burping. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And you actually can hear Nuka.
Oh really?
Oh, there's gonna be some fun little background noises.
Oh, sorry guys.
Nah,
hope you like snoring dogs.
That's part of the experience.
Yeah, there wasn't a Nux. Jesus fucking Christ. I've had a few beers. I'm like sitting here staring at it right now. There's like 4 on the thing, but there are a few more before that, I think. That smog killed 4,000 people.
Wow. That is a lot of people.
Yeah.
When is this? What year is this?
1952.
Okay. So now I remember where I heard about this. The Royals, is that what the show's called? There's
a show called The Royals.
And it's on BBC. It's about the royal family, and it follows like basically Queen Elizabeth. And
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So in one episode they acknowledge that.
Oh really?
The smog is the episode where Winston Churchill's favorite assistant gets killed because I think she gets hit by a car because it's so smoggy and they can't see her.
Oh, Jesus
if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah. Okay, now I'm familiar with where we're at.
Okay,
timeline.
yeah.
Okay, timeline wise, not time wise line.
Weird. It's like, I mean, you know, it's bad here and it's been like super bad in China, but you don't think about it like being to the extent that it's like fucking people up so much that it's like
killing 4,000 people.
Yeah.
And causing
and it
automobile
made
accidents.
100,000 people ill, roughly. And apparently it just like smelled awful too. It like smelled like sulfur, basically.
And then the Queen made a decree, and Parliament passed it, and
they fixed stuff, and it's all better now.
And then it all went terribly right.
Yeah. And then Brexit happened. It went all terribly wrong.
And then it went wrong again. The end.
Ta-da!
Thus ends another episode.
Do we have any like positive things to talk about?
I don't know where you guys are, but it's been beautiful outside lately. The weather has been so beautiful and clear. So as a semi-avid stargazer, go out there and look at the stars and just take a look at this beautiful galaxy that we live in, and try and find some constellation. I saw the Big Dipper, Ursa Major, maybe, which is right above your house. And get out there and get some sunshine, y'all, because vitamin D is important for mental health and happiness. That vitamin D. Get that vitamin D appointment.
No, but for real. Yes, sunlight, vitamin D for sure.
Yeah, well, that both vitamin Ds.
All the D.
Get all the Ds you can. Get that D, unless you're a dude, and then give the D.
But if you like the D, then get the D too.
Also get the D and give it just equally.
Whatever you're into.
Wow. Wow. I had a beautiful thing and you ruined it.
I'm sorry.
And you ruined it.
Sorry.
Equal opportunity D. So, yep, that's it. Da-dum-dum. Until the next time.
It all goes terribly wrong.
I'm Rebecca Carlson.
And I'm Jordan Stock.
And we're definitely
very
sorry.